Brett M says, if you use an established sponge filter to start a quarantine tank, I like where this question is going. Do you throw out the sponge and get a new one when you put it back in the main tank? Seems like bad biosecurity to put back. That is an awesome, awesome question, Brett. If you use an established sponge filter to start a quarantine tank, I understand your question 100%. But the answer that I'm going to say is no, you don't need to throw a sponge filter out. Why? Check this out. So let's say you got the fish in the quarantine tank and they did have some kind of disease, right? That you needed to medicate for. Well, you medicated them. You eradicated that disease, whatever it was. And eventually you felt that your fish were healthy enough to leave quarantine and enter your main tank, right? So that would mean that whatever disease was on the fish, in the fish, it is also eradicated from the tank, from the sponge filter, from the water, from the fish, from everything. So I understand your question, but you see, if the fish got better and there's no more disease, then the sponge filter is good to go, right? You don't have to get rid of it because you already eradicated whatever disease was in there with the medication. Now, on the other hand, let's say you got a quarantine tank. Some people quarantine and don't auto-medicate. I do that too. I just observe the fish for a week or two. So let's say you do that and you don't see any signs of disease. Everything is good. And you decide eventually, okay, time to go in the main tank. Same story. No reason to throw away your sponge filter because there was no disease in the tank. Great, great question, my man, Brett. That's a great question. I think that question is even on my video list to do a video about it. So you might have just, spoiler alert. We have a membership here on KaveMan Aquatics. If you decide to support the channel with your membership, you get a couple of extra perks. Some of the perks are if you got the little fry level, you get those cool badges that you see some of the guys here in the chat have. Those are loyalty badges, and you get access to a bunch of cool emojis that you could use here in the live stream and on any video. The studs level, you get extra behind the scenes footage, stuff that I wouldn't normally post on YouTube. And finally, the tank boss levels, we do members only live streams twice a month. Just like this, but a much smaller group of us. We get together twice a month and we do a live stream and I get to everybody's question and we have a lot of fun. So if you feel like you want to support the channel membership is the way to do it. Links to all that stuff that I just discussed are in the description below. Use the master link and you can access all that stuff that I just talked about.